wanted to say how I got to Meijer's on Southwest East from Gull Road. Okay, I go down Gull Road to Riverview Drive, go down to the viaduct, go around Mill Street, to Mill Street, go down Mill Street, and I went to, down Mill Street, then I went to Lake Street, took a left, and then took a right onto James, and took a left over to where I used to live at 1319 Poplar Place. I lived there for my whole life, but I had to leave at the end of June the 30th. I ended up leaving the property, period. But I was living in my van the last, 2 weeks before that. But because I didn't have a van when on June 16th, I didn't have a van, and I didn't have any vehicle. So I went back to the house, and then on June 19th, I bought the van. From that point on till the end of June, like June 30th, me and my dog slept in the van. But anyway, okay, go to James Street, and then to Stockbridge, take a left, and go to the dead end street, which is Poplar Place. I lived at 1319 Poplar Place for 50. I'm 57 now, so I lived there for 56 years, from birth to 56 until it was condemned on April the 10th, but of 2014, and I had to leave on June 30th of 2014. I had to leave the property, period. But went over there and looked at it, and yeah, they have it all filled in. It's all filled in. My two walnut trees are there. They didn't cut those down or tear them down. And then the lot used to have a house right next door. It had a house and a cement driveway. They tore all that up. Tore that all up. So it's not a cement driveway anymore. It's just land. So there's two lots right there. I used to own both the lots, but not at the time when I had the house condemned. I didn't, because I had to go back for taxes. I paid $500 for the lot next door, and then I kept it for the 3 years, because after 3 years, like 4 years, the city can take the house back or the property back. So that's what they did. So I looked on that. I had a what I did is I dug a lot of area out. It's a big pit, and they didn't even fill that in. They still haven't filled that in. They still haven't filled all that area I filled, because I had a like 18 by 20 foot area plus another 17 by 12 foot area plus another area is 10 by 10. I had that all fucking dug out like 4 feet down, and it's still there. It's still that's what I wanted to see. It's still unfilled. I'd sue their ass because all there is weeds all over the place. There's weeds, except for the lot that my house was sitting on. That was filled in, and so it's all torn. They tore all the basement and cement out of it. It's all filled in like a lot, and the fence I had on it, and that was all torn off. So it's a lot. It's just a lot with grass growing out. They're keeping. It looks like they're keeping that mowed, but the one on the other lot right next door to it, and it's got weeds, growing way up out. So they're not doing anything with that. I'm not sure how that is, because the city don't like to have your grass any higher than what is it? I think it's a foot. It's a foot, and this was like this high, and there were weeds and stuff, and they didn't fill that pit in. So I wonder how the city's getting around that, because that's like a hazard, because you got all the mosquitoes and all the life that wants to live in that area, and they were all pissed off one time. This was a couple years before this, and I had a stick. And what I did is I tore down a tree, most of the tree, and branches and shit. I had branches 7 or 8 foot high by 6 foot wide, all the way across the back of the property to the garage that used to be there on my property, which that's torn down and a concrete torn up, and that's all grass now. But they complained about that because of because it's a hazard. And that was I call it a stick fence, and you don't call it a stick fence in the city. In the city, it's a hazard because that's where animals can congregate, you know, and multiply, and you know, snakes and stuff. The other kind of animals get in there and, you know, make a mess. So they tried to charge me $2,000 for them to come over with a backhoe, and they did is had a big ass truck and put all those branches in it and hauled it away. They had like 2 loads of a big ass truck of branches, and they tried to charge me $2,000. I'm going, fuck you, man! I ain't paying $2,000. I ain't paying my taxes. But all they can do is take your land back. They can't come after you for taxes anyhow. But anyway, I filed bankruptcy 3 times. Once in 1992, once in 2002, and once in 2011. Now the 2011 protects me from any type of advertisement or any type of bill collecting from my property that the city tore down and filled in. Because I owed $77,000 on the house, and I stopped paying that in 2007. And we're talking 2014. I lived there until 2014, June 30th of 2014. So we're talking 2007. That they were paid up to the line because the mortgage company I think paid it. But 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and half of 14. We're not paid. I owed over $14,000 on that. So I left that property owing $77,000 on the house and $14,000 on the back taxes on it. And that's probably why they were so stern on the rules of rental property. And now that I didn't get permits, you know, I was pissing the city off. But oh well, I come out pretty good because I don't owe nothing now. I don't owe jack. I'm almost free and clear. Other than what I owe eBay because of the sales I did. I sold my van for $1,500. And then by that time I was back on some other bills like for eBay and then for cable, not cable. I don't got cable. I got cable, but it's for only just the internet. And that's $40 a month. And then I was a King Human payer, and that was like $15 a month. And so I got back in that. So there went $200-300 out of the back that I paid, so I could keep my eBay and that's why I had a credit of $500 to PayPal. So that was $200 right there because I was back in payments, a couple months back in payments. So I paid $200 right there at $1,500, and then I, bought some other stuff, and that's where it's at. And so let's see. Okay, so I got off the track again. I went to my where I used to live. Okay, then I went back on Stockbridge, went down Stockbridge to Burdick Street. I went Stockbridge to Burdick because I only stayed over at the house only 2-3 minutes. I rode over there on my bike, and so then I went back down Stockbridge down to Burdick. Took around. Burdick goes around like that, and then down. And I went to I went through the graveyard where my mom and dad are buried. I went through there. Because they got a slight hill going up, but they got a better hill going down, so it's better there. I like to go through the graveyard. That's halfway between Kilgore and I'm not sure what. Let's see, Kilgore and I think Crosstown or something like that, but it's halfway between there. And I go through the graveyard, then take a left onto South Westnadge. And I went down South Westnadge to Meijer's. But before that, I stopped at a pawn shop, talked with them for a while, and then after that, I went to let's see. Okay, then I went to Meijer's, made the deal, the $60 for the Atari 2600 and 9 tapes and two joysticks and one set of paddle controllers and the power supply and the video audio output with the switch box, and then Atari 2600 and 9 games, and I got that for $60. Hey, that's a great deal. And today is 8/6/2015. 8/6/2015, and that all took me less than an hour and a half. So then I came back, and I came back a different way. I came down South Westnadge, went to the graveyard to Burdick Street. Then from Burdick I went down Cork Street to Portage Street. Went down Portage Street, and see, I took went over Lake Street to Mill Street. Went to Lake Street to Mill Street, then back down Mill Street, back around the viaduct and to Riverview Drive, and up Riverview Drive to Gull Road and back up here. That's it. That's what I did today, and that was 17 miles round trip. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm only doing push-ups once and juggling once. So see you then. You know what I say? Same time, same channel. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you then. I'm an Atari man. I'm going to be playing a lot of Atari games on YouTube, so be watching all my Atari games, especially Super. I'm going to call this my $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode with Benjamin Franklin. And old Benjamin Franklin. I'm going to call this my $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode. I'm going to call this my $100 bill, the backside of the $100 bill, the backside of the $100 bill episode. I'm going to call this the backside of the $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode. The backside of the $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode. Superman. That's my Quake 7 mouse. And I got my Atari 2600 today. And today is 8/6/2015. And I made a video of this already, but I made it too long, so I wasn't able to do anything with it. So now I'm going to show you by the light. Show you by the light. I'm going to cut it down one. There. Okay. So I'm going to show you by a light. See, there's my Atari 2600, and got a lot of shadows on it, but oh well. That's my Atari 2600, and then the joystick up there. This has the two switches on that side, two switches on that side, cartridge slot, and then it's got the AB right there, and AB right there, and that one's broken off there, but you can still stick something down in there and change AB. And then this is the power cord, which is plugged in right there. See the bottom one? It's that bottom one. That's the Atari 2600 power cord. And then the switch box is right there. I got it rigged right now. See that? I got a cable put to the cable of the switch box, and then up to the TV. See? And I got a 7-inch TV. It's a 7-inch TV. It's an AC, DC, DVD player, 7-inch TV. And then I got the iPhone case right here, and it's taped to a drawer for so it'll stick in there like this, and so you can watch me play video games while I talk, and you can hear the video games and me talking. So I got the Atari 2600 today, Atari 2600 video game system with 2 joysticks, one joystick there, and then one joystick right there, and the paddle controllers right there. One set of paddle controllers. See, the 2 paddle controllers go into one. See that right there? So we can get this right there. See how they go into one? There's two paddle controllers into one. And I got 9 games with it, with the Atari 2600, and cost me $60. So what happened is I went by bike from where I live in an apartment, and it was 8.5 miles there, 8.5 miles back. So I did 17 miles on my bike today. So right here is my odometer, speedometer. I'm trying to get it so see, it's got an odometer on there, so you can see. Let's see if I go like this. Okay, there's the odometer. See, I got 99.1 tenth of a mile, 99.1 tenth of a mile on my speedometer now. I put 18 miles on it today, or 17 miles on it today. And right there's my bike that I was going to show you when I was doing my. Let's see, I'll put it brighter. I'll do it brighter. There we go. That's better. Brighter's better. But right there's it's a 29-inch wheel bike. The wheels are 29 inches, and then it's got down there, right there, where the pedal is. It's got 3 gears, and then over there, back tire has 7 gears. So it's got this 3-gear derailleur, and then 7 gears in the back to change. So it's 21 speed. It's a 21 speed, 29-inch tire mongoose bike. And then I added this accessory. Oh, that is a lot better, man. With that brighter, a lot better. See, that's the speedometer, odometer. Today is 8/6/2015, and that cost me $20. Cost me $20 for that speedometer, odometer. I put 17 miles today on it, and right there's my lock, my padlock and chain, and that cost me $20. And here's a basket on the left side, a basket on the right side. That cost me $20, and that cost me $20. So it's $20, $40, $60, $80 plus the bike itself cost me $160 delivered. It's $160 plus $80 is what I got into the bike. But that's what I was going to show you when I was doing my push-ups, but I never did. And let's see. Okay, so I'm done with the light. I don't need the light now. There, I don't need the light. That's my talking thermometer. And now I'm going to do my juggling. This is Mega Man for the PlayStation 2. And it has 10 games. 1 through 8 are the regular games, the different series. And then 9 and 10 are the arcade games that didn't come to the United States. They never came to the United States, but they're on this CD for the PlayStation 2. That's the Mega Man Anniversary Collection 10. And there's Xenophobe for the NES or Nintendo Entertainment System. And then there's Metroid for the GameCube. And then here's all my cartridges, including the 9 I got today. I got well, maybe I will do the light to show you the games, because they light up better. So let's see, right there. Air Sea Battle, Bowling, Demons to Diamonds, Miss Pac-Man, Missile Command, Surround, Video Olympics, Yar's Revenge, and Superman. And then it goes Asteroids, Combat, Centipede, Pac-Man, Phoenix, Pole Position, Space Invaders, Street Racer, and Video Olympics. And that's 18 games. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, that's 18 plus the 2 on top. The 2 on top are duplicates. There's Centipede and Space Invaders, okay? So Centipede is right there. And Space Invaders is right there. Space Invaders. So I got duplicates, Centipede and Space Invaders. And then there's my Paris perfume. It's Mad Mausolea. Mad Mausolea. And today is 8/6/2015. And I'm going to show you my Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers t-shirt. See, right there it is. Super Mario Brothers t-shirt. And right there's, I'm going to turn this light off. Okay. Let me turn the light off. Okay. There is Toad. Super Luigi, Super Mario, Bowser, that's Peach. So now let's see, Luigi, Mario, Goomba, Koopa Paratroopa, Bullet Bill, Buzzy Beetle, Blooper, Hammer Brother, Cheep Cheep, Koopa Troopa, Spiny, One Up Mushroom, Koopa Troopa Red, Lava Bubble, loud. Lakitu. Super mushroom. Question block. Question mark, question block. It's a superstar. And fire flower. And that's my Super Mario Brothers that's my Super Mario Brothers t-shirt. And this is my 7-inch TV. That's the box it came in. It's a 7-inch TV DVD. It has a card reader and USB on it. And right here's the features of it. That's the features of my 7-inch AC/DC TV. And now before I go to see Juggling, I'll tell you how far I went today. I'm gonna call this my $100 bill episode with Benjamin Franklin. Old Benjamin Franklin. I'm gonna call this my $100 bill episode. I'm gonna call this my $100 bill. The backside of the $100 bill. The backside of the $100 bill episode. I'm gonna call this the backside of the $100 bill episode. The backside of the $100 bill episode. Alright, I live in Gull Road. I live on Gull Road, or near Gull Road, and so the way I went today is I went from Gull Road to Southwestnadge. I went to from Gull Road in Kalamazoo, Michigan to Southwestnadge. I went down Gull Road to Riverview to the viaduct where there's a train viaduct that the train goes over, and you go under it and then around, and that goes on Mill Street. So Riverview to Viaduct, which goes to Mill Street, and down Mill Street, I went to Lake Street, took a left onto Lake Street, and then I took a right onto James Street, and I took a left onto Stockbridge, and I took a left onto Poplar Place. I used to live at 1319 Poplar Place. That's where I was born. I mean, I wasn't born there, but I was I'm born at the hospital, and that's where I lived all my whole life, from 6/19/1958. That's my birth date, and the reason is because the reason that I lived there for my whole life is my mother and dad had 2 boys and a girl, and they lived in a brick house. It was only a 2-bedroom house, and they had 2 boys and a girl, and my sister and 2 brothers, and the house was too small then, and then they were going to have me. So my uncle, which is my dad's brother, asked my dad, would you like me to tear that house down and build you a new one? He says, hell yeah. So they built the house, you know, so, because I was going to be born, and I'd be the fourth kid, the last kid. So the last kid, I'm the baby. So what they did is tore down the brick house, and then built a stick house, which, you know, a 2x4 house, you know, wood house. And then that's where I lived from 1958 until June 30th, 2014. Because what I did is I built rooms in the house. First I built a garage in Breezeway. In 1999, I built a garage in Breezeway. And then later on, let's see, 2013, I built the living room into a bedroom and the kitchen into a bedroom and made a kitchen nook. And then I rented it out, okay? And I rented it out to this one guy who would get drunk all the time. And so he had a girlfriend at the time, and then we got rid of her, and he got a new girlfriend, and then they got into a fight, and then when they had the cops called, and then while he was in jail, she filed papers, restraining papers, so he couldn't come back there. And so she had his bedroom, and he didn't like that. So, and he was getting drunk all the time. So, what he did is he went down about a couple blocks down where a former runner of mine lived, and was fixing the place, and he lived with him only for a couple weeks though, because what he did is we lived with him, and then while I was living with him, he went down the city, which is just a couple blocks down the road, and filed papers saying that I didn't have the house registered as a rental, and you know, this and that's wrong with it. So then the city had to inspect it. So they inspected on April the 10th, 2014, and condemned it. It was condemned, so all people had to leave. And I asked the city inspectors, and they said I could stay there as long as I'm fixing the place up, and not at night. I'd have to stay somewhere else at night, they said. And my dog should stay there. I had a Jack Russell, a Scotty, and a Scotty Chihuahua. Scotty Chihuahua was because my full-blooded Scotty had sex with a Chihuahua that got in the yard, because my yard was fenced in, and there was just one little spot where the Chihuahua could get in. So Chihuahua had sex with my Scotty, and had one pup. That's all she had, and that's the Scotty Chihuahua. Okay, so anyway, then I lived there until till June. I didn't have no vehicle, so on June 16th, the cops come over, knocked on the door, and said they were cops, and then I didn't answer the door, and they came in the window. I said, "What are you doing?" And the cop goes, "What you doing?" I say, "I live here." And he says, "No, you don't, because the city condemned it." I said, "The city told me I could stay here as long as I was fixing up, and not at night." And the city was outside the window, and she said, "Oh no, we didn't. They're liars. The city Kalamazoo are liars." But I mean, that's proof right there. I wish I would have had that a recording when they told me I could stay there as long as I'm fixing it, but I didn't. So I got a trespassing on that one, but then I got it, so I didn't have to pay nothing, and it wasn't considered trespassing because I didn't have to pay nothing, because I lived there for 56 years. So anyway, I'll have to stop this tape, I think. So I didn't have to pay nothing for the trespassing that I got. And I was caught when the cops come in. Then I was cuffed and put in a cop car while they secured the place. And then they come back and said, "Okay, you're free to go, and you can have your dogs too." And who all came over was the cops, 2 cops, the dog pound, and the city inspector. And when the city inspector was standing outside the window where the cop just came in, and she heard me say what I said, which that's what happened. The city said that I could stay there. That's by talking to mother. But they said I could stay there as long as fixing places up to night because they don't want no one sleeping in a condemned house at night. So anyway, I got a trespassing, and then it was overturned by the judge because he said, "You live there. What do you mean? You know, and it's 5 o'clock. What? You know, it's not nowhere near night." So he was thinking, you know, what the cops, or not the cop, but the city inspector said, and the law is I guess the judge didn't know that, or he just didn't know it at the time, or just wanted to neglect that or something. But the law is if your house is condemned, you have to move out then. They don't even have to give you no time. You have to move out then because it's considered a dangerous dwelling. And so I didn't have to pay anything on that trespassing on my own house. I was there 56 years. That's bullshit. They can do that. But anyway, they said because of all the building I did, and I didn't have any permits for, you know, building a living room into a bedroom, building a bedroom into the kitchen, and making a kitchen up, and then moving all the wiring or putting new wiring in. I did that all myself, so, and I didn't have no permits, so the city didn't like that. And I owned a lot next door which had a house, and it was condemned and it was tore down. And but I owned the lot after they condemned and tore down the house, and then a few years later I got the lot for $500. And then I dug a big hole. I mean, because I was thinking, you know, hey, this was throughout the summer. This is before this happened. But and I dug big holes, like 12 foot by 18 feet, and another 18 by 18, and another 10 by 10, and they're like all 4 foot deep. That hole's still there today, because that's what I did. I went down. Okay, I went down. Like I said, I went down Gull Road to Riverview, then around the viaduct to the Riverview goes around the viaduct to the Mill Street, went down Mill Street to Lake Street, took a left on Lake Street, took a right on James Street, then took a left, and then went on my street. I lived at 1319 Poplar Place for 56 years, and I'm 57 now. I was born on June 19, 1958. Anyway, went to the property. I wanted to see what it looked like, and it was all. Everything was taken away, you know, the garage and everything, and cement and everything was taken away and all filled in, and also the driveway. The driveway was all cement, but that was all taken in, or taken away and to the dump, and the fencing I had around the property for my dogs, that was all taken away, so it was all growing grass, and you know, over on the lot side, the other lot side, that was all weeds this high, and usually the city does something about that. They didn't, and then I was looking through the weeds, and the hole's still there. All the holes I dug are still there, and the only thing different is they tore up the paved driveway on that side and the side I lived on. They tore all that up, and they tore the garage up in the slab, and yeah, I didn't have any permits other than one permit for the slab for the garage, and that's it. You gotta get a permit for the slab for the garage, and then a permit to build the garage, and also the breezeway, and then the wiring and the building I did inside. And you can get away with that with the city if you don't rent it out. But you know, I rented it out, and the drunk guy, he went down and turned me in as a non-registered rental property. So. Then he lived with the other renter that moved like 2 blocks away. He was fixing the house and living there, and see, they were doing the same thing I was without any permit. So I knew that. So I went down and I filed papers and that screwed them guys up. They should have never did what they did. Hey, I screwed them guys up good, big time, because I told them exactly what was going on. Because that drunk guy, you know, he was telling me what the conditions were he was living in, because everything was torn up. Because he was fixing, you know, like the bathroom. He didn't have hardly any bathroom privileges at all, and he's sitting there living there. I told him all about it, and I fucked him up. Even worse than me. He still never did that. That was stupid. They were stupid. You should, you know, I was renting, you know, $200 to $250, you know, all utilities included, and they're you know, treating me as the bad guy. Shit, don't come renting to me then. If you're, you know, I was doing them a favor. You know, $200 a month, all utilities included, and they're knocking me. That's the kind of people around that area though, because I was their landlord. I had five duplexes, and I rented out those 5 duplexes from, well, 4 of them, and then I acquired a 5th one later, a year later, or a couple of years later, because I was landlord from 1986 to 1992. I was a landlord with 4 duplexes. That means you rent out the top and bottom. You rent out the top and bottom. So you got, I had all from one duplex had 2 1-bedrooms, the other one had 2 2-bedrooms, and the other one had 3 3-bedrooms, and then I had one whole house, and then I bought another house a few years later as a whole house, right key corner backyard. But yep, that was the way that went, and that's why I'm here in the apartment. What happened is, okay, shoot, I was telling you how I was going. Okay, I went to the property over there, see how that was, and went back down Poplar Place to Stockbridge, because that's a dead end, so it goes right into Stockbridge. So I took a right on the Stockbridge and went down to Burdick Street, and down Burdick and around, and down, and to where my mother and dad are buried. My mother died on June 18th, 1989, and my dad died before that on April 3rd, 1976. Our bicentennial year. Okay, that's good enough. And he was a WW2 vet, and he had full honors, and had the flag over his casket for being a WW2 vet. And anyway, okay, I went to Burdick, to the graveyard, through there, because it's got a hill going up like this and a hill going down like that. And it's just the easiest way to do it, to get to westnadge, because that goes from Burdick to westnadge. That's where the graveyard goes to. So then I went to westnadge and went to I went to a pawn shop just to check out some stuff, and then I went to Meijer's and did the Atari 2600. I bought a Atari 2600. I met a guy from Pawpaw. He was from Pawpaw, so he drove from Pawpaw to Meijer's on Southwest, and that was our plan. And so I paid him $60. Got my Atari 2600 plus 9 cartridges, and the power supply, the video, audio with the switch box, and 2 joysticks and a set of pedal controllers for the Atari 2600. And today is 8/6/2015. And okay, so, and then to come back, I just came back. So, and that's 8.5 miles to there, and then 8.5 miles back. So that's 17 miles. I put 17 miles on. That's why I only did push-ups once. You know, I just done 200 push-ups, or 200. I just did 100 push-ups over there. What have you done today? But no, I did 100 push-ups there, and then my juggling I'm gonna do in a minute. Let's see what time it is on this. I'm going to call this my $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode. With Benjamin Franklin. The old Benjamin Franklin. I'm going to call this my $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill episode. I'm going to call this my $100 bill. The backside of the $100 bill. The backside of the $100 bill episode. I'm going to call this the backside of the $100 bill. $100 bill. $100 bill episode. The backside of the $100 bill. $100 bill. $100 bill episode. I'll do my juggling now. My juggling act. How you like that? My juggling act. But I got the Atari 2600. I'm gonna start doing a lot of videos on YouTube. So watch them for Atari 2600. All right, yeah, especially Superman. Yeah, Superman. Yeah. Hey, I love Superman for the Atari 2600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. It's my hot pink marshmallows. And here's my handball balls. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. You know, I say, my video game site name is Funkadelic Video Game Technology. Free to join, free to play, free to get paid.com. And I always say, vote for the Big D, vote for Donald Trump. He's the only genius running. And there's never been a genius in presidency. You know, we need Donald Trump. We need Donald Trump bad in presidency because he's a great negotiator. He does it all the time. And whatever Donald Trump does, he does it golden. He don't just do it half-assed. He does it golden, so even movie stars and you know, well-known people that are rich like to rent from him and play on his golf courses and play at his casinos, and everything Donald Trump does is golden. So don't you think if he was president, he's going to keep that? He's going to make the United States golden again, great again. Instead of goofy, like we are, $18 trillion in debt, we're goofy, and like he says, they're stupid, and they don't know what they're doing. You know, everybody else running, they're stupid, and they don't know what they're doing, and they ought to be fired. But, vote for the Big D, vote for Donald Trump for 2016 presidency. And make sure you watch all my video game videos, and it's going to be fun. Because I also set up, I got this drawer that I put the plastic case that my iPhone come in, so I can set it on the side so I can see my 7-inch screen, my 7-inch AC/DC TV screen, and then you can hear it while I'm talking too. So I'm talking and you can hear the video. So when I play Superman, it'd be great. But anyway, you know what I say, I say, same time, same channel, same bad time, same bad channel. See you then. And don't forget to watch my videos. My videos are going to be cool. They're going to be, especially these video game videos with Miss Pac-Man, you know, all my videos. Combat, Superman, Air Seabed, I'll do that. I want to get miniature golf too, though. I got to get miniature golf. Now I got an Atari, I got to get me a miniature golf. That's a badass game. You know, it's just a square ball, and you hit it and go ding, 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 ding. And it does, you know, we knew, me and the guy next door knew like 5 or 6 of the holes. The hole in one, you go ding, 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 and all of a sudden, boom, ding. You go ding. That's the minute you're gone for the Atari 2600. It's bad. I love it. I love it. I love it. Today is 8/6/2015. And so watch my videos on Atari 2600. Hell yeah! I might have a few more days without only just doing, you know, one time push-ups and one time juggling. So watch my videos.